Thanks so much for tuning in to this First Alert Weather extended forecast. Let's talk about what's on the way as we move forward into the latter half of the first week of August. Unfortunately, that smoke is still going to be front and center. It is top of mind as air quality continues to fluctuate. We also have triple-digit heat returning, though. The heat is spiking this week as high pressure moves in, and our temperatures are really going to soar during the afternoon hours, which then will only allow us to cool down so much overnight. We won't see too cool of temperatures over the coming days. Unfortunately, we will see more smoke likely transported into southwest Idaho as there's dozens of wildfires burning across the northwest in Oregon and Washington as well. We have fires to the west, the north, the south of us, almost coming from every direction. So whether we have surface winds from the northwest or south, we're likely still seeing wildfire smoke coming in from those areas. If we were to see easterly wind, there's cleaner air over there, so that would help us, but unfortunately, easterly winds are the least common for our area in particular. So we can play out this smoke futurecast over the next 24 to 48 hours. We're recording this as of Wednesday afternoon. So looking ahead to Friday morning, we can see that hopefully there's a little bit of improvement in smoke density. This model is not predicting air quality. It's predicting smoke density. So if we see the green and the yellow colors, that shows a lighter amount of smoke in our skies, hopefully Thursday into Friday morning. Again, none of this is a guarantee. This is a prediction on how the winds are moving, where the smoke may be pushed toward, but it does depend on the weather pattern as well as containment of the fires and how they continue to burn as well. So this is an estimation of what we expect heading into the end of this work week. As you can see, Boise might have some of those improvements, but far western and far southwestern Idaho likely still having that thicker smoke in the skies. So that's leading us to still have air quality advisories in place. They do expire at different times depending at where you're located in our region. In eastern Oregon, this air quality advisory is in place until Thursday at noon. For most of the Treasure Valley, it's in place until Friday at 2 p.m. The Magic Valley will see this in effect until Thursday at 1 p.m. These air quality advisories are subject to change at any time. It's also an estimation on how much smoke we expect to continue to impact our air and our AQI levels. High pressure is building into the west coast right now. It's going to move overhead in the desert southwest over the next several days. This is really helping keep our temperatures warm and warming them up even further. Also, we see northwesterly flow aloft, so higher in our atmosphere, which also contributes to transporting more smoke into the region. So it's a mixture of those upper level atmospheric flow as well as surface level winds closer to the ground. But as for the warm temperatures, it's going to be area wide. We're looking at the next 5 days for the west central mountains. By Thursday, areas like McCall will be in the low 90s. By Friday, possibly pushing the mid 90s. Average high temperatures for McCall this time of year are mid 80s. So it is going to be hotter than what's normal, likely through Saturday, and then by Sunday to wrap up this weekend, we'll start to see those temperatures decline just a little bit. In Boise, it's also going to be hotter than typical for the early days of August. We could see a couple triple-digit days ahead of us before we see those temperatures cool. And then for the second work week of this month, we might be below average by just a few degrees. It's also worth mentioning that it's possible smoke limits this amount of warming, but it would likely only be by a few degrees. So if the smoke does stop us from warming up so much, it would not provide us much relief. We could still be warmer than average for this time of year. Boise has seen 9 triple-digit days so far for the entire year, more than what we've seen as of for the entirety of 2025, that is. In 2025, there were only 7 days of 100 degrees or higher in the City of Trees. We've already surpassed that, and we could see a few more of those triple-digit days tacked on just in the next days ahead of us. Here's the low temperatures for the next week and a half ahead in Boise. They are going to be in the upper 60s, maybe only staying in the 70s overnight, so we won't be cooling down too much. Our average low this time of year is 63 degrees degrees, and that usually happens just before the sun comes up. By the time we get to Friday and Saturday, we're looking warmer than that average low. Saturday could be the warmest morning, so you likely won't need a coat heading out in the early hours of the day this weekend. But next week, those early morning temperatures do start to fluctuate a little bit, still staying a little bit above average. Putting Futurecast into motion, jumping to Friday. This is early Friday morning. High pressure will likely be over the desert southwest at this point, and we still have the possibility of seeing monsoon moisture at play. We don't have any high chances of precipitation in the forecast, but playing this Futurecast out to Saturday morning, notice that there is monsoon moisture to the south of us. It's over Nevada and areas further south than that even, and it is possible that we see high pressure drive some of that moisture far enough north that it crosses that Idaho-Nevada border. Chances are very low. So this is just worth a mention at this point. And this model doesn't even show any precipitation crossing that Idaho-Nevada border, but it is worth a mention, calling it about a 10% chance of seeing a spot shower or two come Saturday afternoon. If we do see more of that monsoon moisture develop, it would likely be very far south Idaho, even south of the Magic Valley, in that Idaho-Nevada border. Might see a few rumbles of thunder as well. This is still several days out. Like I said, it's just worth a mention at this point. We would hope for some precipitation with all the heat and the smoke, as well as our dry conditions outside and in our land, but it is a very slim chance. Next 7 days in Twin Falls will be warm, 90s for the next week ahead. Hazy skies likely going to stick around for days as well. Wednesday might be the coolest afternoon for the next week ahead. Upper 90s likely Friday, and then Saturday to kick off the weekend in the Magic Valley. Boise will see those temperatures a little bit hotter. 90s for Wednesday afternoon, but then by Thursday, that's when Boise might be hitting the century mark for temperatures and staying there through Saturday as well. It is possible that Friday sees temperatures up to 105 degrees in some spots across the Treasure Valley. One notable location that could be extremely hot is Mountain Home. Mountain Home could be even hotter than the City of Trees. By Sunday, we start seeing those temperatures back off ever so slightly, upper 90s and then mid 90s Monday and Tuesday to kick off the following work week. Thanks so much for tuning in to this First Alert Weather extended forecast. We'll catch you next time.